This is just an intro. Do ball, shoot my shot like a pistol. Dribble game official. Got all the ops straight jumping out the window. Call the mechanic, I break your bus. 9-9 strength, boy, I take your lunch. If you a sub, then you one of us. Broke boy, leave you crushed. Bow. What is the deal, YouTube? It is your boy, 1 star a week for the you and now watching another episode of the Broke Boy Road to Glory. And as always, you already know what day it is. It is Saturday. We are reporting live from the trenches, the sweatiest, grimiest part of the weekend league. We are also in the midst of a Future Stars promo. And as always, as you guys know, the pack luck on this account has been nuts. If you haven't watched my base icon, not my base icon, my mid icon pack opening, go ahead and watch that because I'm about to spoil it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I packed Desai. So, needless to say, I had to fit him into the squad, and let me show you guys the transfer list real quick, just so you know what exactly I did. So, Javi was sold midweek. Rijkaard, who we bought, which you will have seen in the episode where we tried Trent Alexander-Arnold on. We bought him and we sold him for a slight profit. You're gonna see on your screen some of the packs we opened earlier, and we did pack Lunin in a marquee matchup pack. Ter Stegen is somebody we were previously using. We sold him for Allison, who we now sold because we had to use a different goalkeeper for Cam for our new team, which you're about to see in a minute. Alexandro we packed for marquee matchups, I believe, or was it Foot Champs rewards? It was from one of those. We did sell him for 18K. Alan we packed from a marquee matchup. Same thing with Theo Hernandez. And you know what? I'm gonna stop talking about the stuff we sold. Let's talk about the new team, because it's actually a very fun team, possibly one of the best teams I have had in FIFA 21. And given the luck that I've had on this account, I mean, having a team that I'm going to call possibly one of the best teams is absolutely massive. I mean, when you look at this team, what do you think is the weakness? If you're playing 3 at the back, who do you think is playing at the back exactly? I mean, it could be pretty much anybody. We could play almost any formation with these players, and honestly, a lot of these players can play a lot of positions. The new signings are going to be as follows. We have Van der Sar. I've always wanted to try this card this year. I remember, I believe it was 2 FIFAs ago, or maybe last FIFA, where he was the best goalkeeper on the game, point blank, period. We're going to see how he is over the course of the weekend league. We also have added Wayne Rooney on our team for the weekend league. This is his first weekend league. Salah, of course, we have to add him. I mean, we packed a red Salah. You can't not use the red Salah on your team. I mean, if anything, just to intimidate the opponent in a loading screen. Desai, who we packed from the mid icon pack, definitely had the slot in. But today, the main man of the episode, the star of the show, is going to be Reece, James Future Stars. And when you look at this card, honestly, he looks like he could play a lot of positions, and it makes sense because EA is about to drop him as a CDM next week. But this week, he is a right back. He's 6 foot tall. He has high medium work rates. He's right footed with a 3-star combination. As you guys see here, he has played 10 games, all of them in the weekend league, and he has 0 goals and 1 assist. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a big solid and hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, as always, do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So, when you look at this Reece James card, you might be wondering, yo, 1 star, what position are you playing him? And you know what? Before we look at the stats, let me show you guys how the team lines up, because it's very interesting. All right, so the back 3 is going to be Maldini, Desai in the middle, and Reece James. Wayne Rooney and Essien are going to be our CMs. Alexander-Arnold has now been pushed to the wing alongside Verratti. Our cam is going to be Salah, and our strikers are going to be Ronaldo and Mbappe, as always. So to give you some context as to what lens we're going to be looking at this Reece James card through, because you might be wondering, is he a good right back? Obviously, he is going to be a good right back with these stats, but I want something more. I want to test him to his capabilities. We're going to be playing him at the center back position, and when you look at him from the perspective of a center back, he looks absolutely insane. Of course, the main calling card for his center back position is going to be the 91 pace. Having a card with 91 pace at the back really opens up a lot of opportunities for you. Physical and defending wise, I mean, when you think about him as a center back, he has a lot of great stats. I did throw a shadow cam style on him because I think it's the best cam style for most defenders on this game. Dribbling wise, he actually has very good stats here. So if you want the center back to play from the back, or even if you want to play him at right back or CDM, he's going to be very good on the ball. Passing wise, I really like his stats there too, especially when you look at it from the lens of a center back. One thing I will mention though is on Footbin, this guy has the stocky body type. So that's another reason why I wanted to use him at center back. I don't think I'd like somebody with a stocky body type at right back unless his name is Kyle Walker. So without further ado, we're going to jump into the gameplay. I'm going to let you guys know how my weekend league is going, and I'm going to let you guys know, should you buy Reece James? Let's go. Yes, guys. So according to Footbin, this Reece James card is now selling for $540, which is a W because we bought him for $485. Is he worth it? I would have to say he's a very good value if you're going to be playing him in a different position to right back, because I think $540 for a right back is a bit wasteful. But at center back, even as a CDM where I did test him a couple times, he's brilliant. We're going to break down the stats. Starting with the pace, he has 91 pace, and of course this guy's going to feel rapid. I did throw a shadow cam style on him to make him feel even faster, and he was able to really help me in those counters, and he covers a lot of ground even when he's out of position, which really does help him. Overall, this guy's pace is a 9.5 out of 10. Next, we're going to talk about his passing, because if you want to play him in his actual position at right back, or maybe you're looking to get a CDM card, you might be wondering how his passing is, and honestly, it was very, very good. Of course, his best stat here is a 93 crossing, and if you're able to get a cross off with him, it's going to hit the target more times than not. His actual passing, though, was actually pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Is he a deep line playmaker if you play him in the CDM position? I would say not quite, but he's somebody who can recycle possession very effectively. He's somebody who could execute most passes very well, and he's going to do well under pressure. His short passing is 84. His curve is 81. So in and around the box, if you make reliable passes, he's going to be able to connect them. And his long passing is 78. Does leave a little bit to be desired, but it's not going to let you down either. Overall, this guy's passing is a 7.5 out of 10. Next, we're going to talk about this guy's dribbling. And you might be wondering, with his 6-foot height and his stocky body type, how does he feel on the ball? And honestly, I would say he's very good on the ball. I was surprised, because stocky players on this game are just not my thing when it comes to pushing forward, when it comes to dribbling, when it comes to retaining possession. But this guy's different, and I think it has a lot to do with his dribbling stats. He has 87 agility and 80 balance, and this helps him both offensively and defensively. When it comes to defense, his jockeying is just very smooth, very responsive. He's able to turn, and even if he misses a challenge, he's able to still turn, recover very, very quickly. A lot of that is due to his agility, balance, and everything like that. His dribbling is 89, his ball control is 90. So if you do want a right back that could push forward and really contribute and overlap, I think he's actually very good at that. He keeps the ball very close to his body, and because of his 88 strength and 80 aggression, his shielding ability makes him very hard to dispossess if you know what you're doing. Overall, this guy's dribbling is an 8 out of 10. Is he good enough to play right back as an overlapping right back? I would say yes. Is he going to be a center defensive mid that can hold possession very well? I would say absolutely. Next, we're going to talk about his defending and physical contributions. And you might be wondering, yo, how does he compare to somebody like Kleiber? How does he compare to the best center backs on this game? And I would say he's right up there. And the main thing that really stood out to me was his stand tackle. He has 92 stand tackle, but not only that, he has 88 strength, 80 aggression, with the stocky body type, and you really notice that. He has a very clean challenge, but it's not only a clean challenge, he has that crunch with the aggression. He has that strength to win the ball back every single time. His interceptions were also very noticeable, as well as his defensive awareness. He made a lot of last-ditch tackles. He made a lot of goal line clearances that really saved my ass when I was just playing horrible defense myself. His 86 stamina means that he will last all game as a center back. He will last fairly long as a right back or center defensive mid. But if you do like to overlap, you gotta keep that in mind, because he might need a sub towards the end of the game. His jumping and heading accuracy means that he's decent in the air, nothing more, nothing less. And overall, I gotta give his defending and physical contributions a 9 out of 10. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on this Reece James card? If you like players like Kleiber at center back, I do think he's very, very similar. Comparing him to Kleiber, I would say he does offer more going forward. He's much better on the ball. And defending and physical wise, I would say he's around the same as Kleiber. So he's definitely better card than Kleiber in my opinion overall as a card. And as a center back, I would rate him a 9 out of 10. I mean, I can't really think of many things I would say are his cons. I mean, maybe his shooting, because his shooting stats are pretty bad. But otherwise, he's a very well-rounded card. He can slot in as CDM. He did very well when I subbed him on there. In in the middle of games. Sometimes I would switch him to center mid and have him just stay back. He was very good at that role as well. And if you put him on the wing as a right back overlapping, I do think he could do well there as well. So overall, I have to give him a 9 out of 10. He's a very good card. Definitely worth the money if you're going to play him centrally. But as a right back, I do find it a bit wasteful. Alright guys, so you might be wondering how my weekend league is going, and unfortunately the gameplay today has been shocking. It's been horrible. I did not play any games on Friday, unfortunately. I was just very busy. So I've been having to play a bunch of games today in a row, and unfortunately the gameplay, like I said, was horrible. But we have somehow pulled out a half decent record. We are 6-3. We are sitting kind of pretty when it comes to pushing for gold 1 if we do decide to finish our games. I don't really know if I'm going to do that if the gameplay is like this. But yeah, that's going to be my weekend league update for you guys. This is going to be my Reece James review for you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below. How is your weekend league going? Have you tried any future stars cards? What have been your experiences? Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next episode. But until then.